Folks, this is man always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, I hope you're having a good weekend. Can you believe it? The weekend's just about over. Tomorrow will be Sunday. It seems like it goes fast. Also, we have at least, can you believe it? 3 more days till the new year. Seem like, I just, like I said, folks, I mean, time is flying. Seems you start 2024 and it's just always way out. I hope y'all enjoyed your holiday and hope you enjoy your time with family and friends. And I appreciate you for coming through. So, folks, as you know, I enjoy this because just this afternoon I got a chance to talk to a young lady who just got her pro card about a few weeks ago. And now I got another lady, another fresh fish off the line, wet. She turned pro also just a couple weeks ago at the national championships in Texas in figure. And figures a division for quite some time. We have here the lovely Miss Roxanne Bazinski. If I got your name wrong, I apologize. But I appreciate the time she's given us, and so again, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. You're welcome. Yes. So, ma'am, young lady, what got you started in this sport, as I call it, muscle and masculinity? Please share.
I would love to share with you. So, approximately 2.5, almost 3 years ago now, I got back into the gym. I was just kind of in a place in my life where I didn't really know what I wanted, where I wanted to go, but I knew that I wanted to improve my fitness and that my lifestyle in the gym was something I wanted to prioritize. And I met my coach, Drew, that same year. And we became very fast friends and became very close. And he opened this huge world of bodybuilding to me, of just being in the gym. And I started training with him, and he has his own business. And I started training, and he taught me all of the proper form, all these new exercises, how to eat properly, how important diet is, as well as consistency in the gym to make improvement, to make results. And so I started off just kind of wanting to just lose a little body fat, maybe look a little better, feel a little better. And I started seeing these small little changes in myself, and I was getting stronger. I was losing that body fat that I never thought I would lose. I became a little bit more confident in myself and in all aspects of my life. I just felt so strong in the gym, and I felt more comfortable being there, being with the other people. And everyone else started to notice that. And it was the support that I got from not only people within the gym, but people that were following along on my social media, and people that I knew from high school, and friends that I made throughout my journey in life. And they were just so supportive and so positive. And it really fueled me, because I'm like, wow, I'm doing this all, this is all something I'm doing myself. Like, I'm the one eating, I'm the one training, I'm the one making every day count and every rep count. Like, this is such a it's almost like a selfish sport, you're all in it yourself, but it's what everyone else sees and how they respond to that, which really fuels the flame. And it wasn't until I started seeing like the drastic body composition changes, where I was really building muscle, the physique was coming in, that I thought, I think I should bodybuild. I think this is something that I want to do, because I missed the challenges and the competition. In high school, I did, competitive sports, and I always was compared to other people. And that was something I wasn't getting, after high school, then college, and even after college. I just didn't really feel that challenge from anywhere. So the bodybuilding and being so passionate about it and being such a personal sport, it was something I really wanted to do. And I really wanted to see where I compare to other people, other women in the sport. And it's something that I've become addicted to. And it's not a hobby anymore. This is a lifestyle for me. And I wouldn't want it any other way. I love where I started from. I love where I've gone, how high I've gotten in the sport now, and I'm just extremely excited to see where I will go in 2025 and the years after.
Yeah, bodybuilding is a process, and there's a lot of work to it. And you, like I said, we talked earlier. This is your first year competing.
My very first year.
Yeah, and that's a phenom. 'Cause I think there's only been a handful of women. I interviewed a young lady. Her name is Amanda Santos. She also turned pro at the nationals last year in
Mm,
2023. She was doing both physique and women's bodybuilding. She did pretty good in the women's bodybuilding top, but in the women's bodybuilding division, you don't give her about one pro card.
mhm.
And then in physique, she took second in one of her classes, and then she got a pro card there. And you were competing. What class you were competing in figure? And you also did you get to the overall too?
I was just in my figure class. I got second place in my class, F class, I believe it was. And yeah, I got my pro card for being second.
It's pretty good because I remember I just talked to a young lady who just also got a pro card, Diana Perez. She took second in her class, and a lot of people don't think that okay, you take second year, that was it. It was only one pro card, but they do that for the other division except for women's bodybuilding because there were so many competitors for that division. So
Mhm.
most of the time, if you're the top two, you get your pro card. We had here my man KL the Wanderer. He says, "What's going on? Not much, brother. Welcome." He says, Roxanne, you look like a badass fox. And he
Heck
says,
yeah.
yeah, it says, George on the spot. Thank you, brother. And also he says, Roxanne, do you have a man? It's an old song. This is probably before you were born. It
Oh,
goes,
I know that song. I know
yeah,
the one by the
Roxanne,
police too.
Roxanne, I want to be your
Will be
man.
your
So,
man.
yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic. And also he says this, shout out man Kelly says, uh, I'm joking. Congratulations, though. Yeah,
Thank you
So,
so much.
yeah. So you started why did you choose figure for your division for your debut?
Ooh, that's a very good question. The main reason I chose figure would be my back development. It was something that I've never had before, never even thought about until I started training with Drew. And he, I don't know what kind of training he does, what kind of magic he worked, but within the first couple of months, that was the biggest progress that I saw. And to have such a well developed back and shoulders, it was just perfect with the small waist and then my, very muscular thighs. I fit the division just perfectly. And to also confirm that, I know we took a look at what I would be standing in wellness if I tried wellness or if I went into physique. And wellness, I would have to train my upper body so much less. And it was something that I just could not give up. I love training my upper body, chest days, back days. And I kept building on it. So I'm like, I can't let go of this. I need my back. And because in wellness too, you have your hair covering, you really don't see much of your back development. So I thought that I fit really well in the figure category, and I felt very confident in the posing and showing like the overall development of my upper body, the back and legs too. I just thought it fit perfectly with my body type.
Yeah, well, conversation I had ladies because, like I said, I've been doing some interviews with ladies in figure. Most of my stuff is like women's bodybuilding Z, but I'm really been expanding the last few years into those other divisions. Like I had a couple ladies on here who did fitness. I had a lady on here wellness. Even some ladies who do bikini. It's just as each division has evolved over time. The look. That's why you see some ladies who will cross over, who would do physique and figure, women's bodybuilding physique, or even I interviewed a lady who also she was doing figure and wellness.
Hmm.
We got here a comment from my man KL the Wonder. He says, "Would you ever move up to another division? Would you, or you feel more comfortable where you are now?"
Ooh, I'm very comfortable in figure. However, I know I have talked about it, maybe dabbled in the posing for physique because I think having a routine with music and being able to present the judges something super personal and just really present your body the way you want to your own music to give them that vibe, and I think that would be so cool to try. And who knows, maybe next year I might try out a local show in physique, maybe, who knows, but it is something that I have thought about and maybe will dabble around in the local levels.
Well, as a pro, there's like only a handful of local shows. Now that you're a pro, it's like where you live, where
I'm in Michigan.
Michigan. There's quite a few ladies from Michigan. One of my favorites from Michigan is Andrea Shaw. He's from
I
Michigan.
know.
You know, can't forget Linda Murray, a legend herself. I mean, I've interviewed a couple of ladies, quite a few ladies come from that area. Not as many shows unless you go to Chicago or you go to, they don't have figure in Omaha. There's the also Toronto Pro, and there's the New York Pro. Those might be a little closer within your area. But and there's I think with figure there's quite a few more shows. So probably you can probably find a show for figure. If you is it, like I said, if you want to do physique, it's still some shows here and there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So what was that feeling? Especially like I said, you only been this is your first year competing. You did a regional show, which got your qualification for nationals, and now you are IFB pro. What was that feeling when they told you that?
Gosh, you know, I have to take it back a little bit to the regional show. My first time ever stepping back or stepping on stage. Um, it was quite a rush, to be honest, and it wasn't until after I spoke with the judges, after all the awards, when I kind of decided, okay, like we're going somewhere with this. We're we're doing things that not a lot of people do. The judges essentially said that like they'd almost be disappointed if I didn't go to a national show because they thought that I had a very good chance at, competing against these women at such a high level and potentially getting my pro card, which I did. But it wasn't until I got that feedback where it really set in that, like, okay, this is something that I'm really good at. This is something that I'm really dedicated towards. And, I want to show the judges at this higher level that I can be, I can be that person. I can step up. I can show them a professional attitude. I can show them that pro attitude on that stage. And I was just so excited. I was so excited to step up on stage and to show the judges my package, show them everything that I've worked so hard for. And honestly, I was not expecting anything. All I wanted to do was walk across that stage and be proud of what I put. And I was so proud. And to be standing there at finals on the side stage and listening to one name get called, another name get called, another name get called, and then for me to get second place and a pro card right at my feet, it just, I had no idea what happened. It all happened so fast. The medal, the card, the photos. I'm walking off stage. I had this card in my hand, and it wasn't until I saw Drew, my coach, and I just was like, "Oh my God, I did it, I did it! This, look, here it is. This pro card, this medal, this, just." It was so overwhelming because it was something I worked so hard for, and my friends, my family, my entire support team, like they know how hard I worked for this and how passionate I am. And it really set in that this is something I'm meant to do. This is something I'm literally built for, is bodybuilding. And um just to have that validation that yes, you're in the right spot, you're going in the right direction, and you're only what? I've been training for 2 years now for this show. I have so much more to go. I have so much time ahead of me, so much more experience and things to learn, and it's just such a good feeling to know that I'm in the right spot and that I have eyes on me and that uh I have bigger goals to set for myself, and it's very exciting.
Like I said, this is a sport that you have to have a passion for. You have to love it. Like one
Absolutely.
thing, yeah, most people don't understand the work, the consistency, the commitment. I mean, a lot of sacrifices like time, money, your body, your mind. I mean, and you have to really respect, someone like yourself who got into it and you love it. And you honestly have to love it because, like I said, it's not much you can get out of it. It's not a very lucrative career, depending, what division it is, unless you are like, as I call them, the banana hammocks, the boy shorts, the men's divisions. They get a lot more attention. Or you're part of the high heel division, but you're not part of the as I call them, the TNA division. That's wellness and bikini. But
Mhm.
there's so much to it, involved to it, and also to your relationship with Drew, and that's a good thing. Have a good relationship with your coach. I've talked to ladies today have been with a coach, give them a cookie cutter plan, but then not work with, especially for women, because women, you're built different from men. You
Mhm.
have, you have curves, you have high BMI. It's a lot of work, and one thing might work for a man, it's not work for you. So, folks, while we got Roxanne here, we're going to jump into her social media for a bit. You want to follow her, her links in the description of this live. Support these upcoming competitors like herself and show respect. But it's no offense to you, Roxanne. I do this because it's a disclaimer to guys out there. Guys, I want to have no problems, no D pics. Stop it. Get some help. Come on. I know you see ladies on the stage. Yeah, 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 pump, pump. There's an old smoke saying, Roxanne, say, when you ladies rock hard, we'll rock hard. But that's the situation. So we're gonna jump into her social media for a little bit, and here she is. And you should be proud of yourself. That's you and Drew right here.
Yes, that is.
Yeah, I know when you handed your pro card, you were crying like a baby one. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And here she is right here, and wow, very impressive.
Oh my
What
gosh.
what was critique from the judges, especially since the head judge of the show was Sandy Williams?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I emailed Sandy a couple of days after the show, and I know she probably had, oh my gosh, so much feedback to get to. But I recently got a response from her, and she said that, my overall look was great, my figure was great, my conditioning was really good. She said that in my pro career that she would love to see more development and uh, width in my back and in my chest, and pretty much overall just a little bit bigger, more development in those muscle groups. And overall, I'm just very happy with her feedback that she didn't have too much to critique, but I'm really excited for my program coming up in 2025. Drew's gonna make something really good for me. He's really excited with the feedback and to work with me to prep me for my upcoming shows in the future.
Yeah, it's saying you see like you have a bright future. You have a different look compared to others because I saw on your post that you are a natural athlete, and and
Absolutely.
that's the yeah, because it's just a lot harder work compared to the more enhanced athletes. Because I know I interviewed a couple ladies who do natural. It takes a lot more time to develop the muscle, or, and to bring in conditioning. Because
Hmm.
many athletes do take performance enhancers to help them because it helps them get, like, especially with things with information and all that stuff. But you have a physique. What do you feel like is your best feature overall physically?
Oh, probably my back. Definitely my back. That's something that, I didn't really see the definition until I started the process of show prep. And when all that fat just started melting away and the skin was getting more tight to the muscle, it was just absolutely insane to me. And I'm upset because I can't see it with my own eyes unless I look in a mirror. But just my back development, it just blows my own mind and is definitely my favorite feature.
Well, here you got a picture here of your from the back. I know when ladies tell me you want that upside down Dorito look. You want that fullness in your shoulders, round caps in your shoulders.
Hmm.
You know, it's a lot of work. And it's okay. You have to be consistent. Great pictorials. You can see your delts look pretty good. I mean, it's a lot. Now, when you're working out, what's that workout you say, "Oh my God, I love it, do it every other day"? But then there's that one workout that says, "Oh shit, why I gotta do it today?"
Oh my gosh. Well, eh, my favorite day, back day, of course, because that's just my favorite feature. It's my favorite thing that I've developed. Um, the workout that I kind of go, "Ugh," is definitely my quad focus leg days. There's just something
Yeah,
about it where I'm like, oh, it just I love the feeling though afterwards when I'm all done with my lift and I have that really good leg pump. But man, going into it, it's like, gosh, I go a little slower walking into the gym. I take a little bit longer getting ready. But I know that it feels good afterwards. But the reason is because I'm challenged. Drew challenges me, and he knows that I can push myself. He knows that I can grow. So, all in all my workouts should be my favorite because they're all benefiting me how they're supposed to. And if I keep consistent and keep my intensity through all the workouts, no matter which one, that it's going to give me the progress that I want. I want this, so I need to put that effort in, no matter what.
yeah. It's like this. You have to be determined, and you have to
Hmm.
be disciplined and motivated to do what y'all ladies do. To bring in that conditioning, bringing in that work. I mean, there's so much involved with it, especially conditioning. Uh,
Hmm.
Concentrating on certain things, work on your weaknesses, and also working on your strengths. There's so much involved with it, especially being a bodybuilder. Here's right
Hmm.
here. You have you working out, and it's just from your back, and wow, you got a I tell you, you got a great back.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
worked
yeah.
very hard on it.
Well, like that. Well, that's what some guys say. So yeah, I'm not. I'm admit my crime, Roxanne. I'm a muscle purchase mode. Your ladies just look so amazing. As the other
Thank
guy would say, he just gets excited when you can see y'all ladies working out and training. He's amazed by your body's development. And he likes this, and he says that, you are beautiful. I'm sorry about him. I have to keep in line. Um, we are here from a man, Robert Weber. He says this. He says, "You a rock star. Can't wait to watch how far you go." Thank you, sir.
Thank
Also,
you,
we have
Rob.
here Maddie Garleen, Garwell. She says this. She says, "Your dedication outside of the gym and in the kitchen is so admirable too." So these are some friends of yours?
These are my friends. Yeah.
Well, thank you,
Thanks,
friends. Do any
Maddie.
of them train and compete too, or they just like work out with you?
No, Rob is actually Drew's brother, and Maddie is one of my best friends. She used to do powerlifting and got into some bodybuilding too early on, but not much anymore. She's more of a runner.
All right, keep running, man. Keep running. So now that you're IB pro, what's the plan? What do you feel like you want to do? Like take the time and to make the adjustments, especially as leg day is a tough day. You have to work on the legs, work on every aesthetic and bring in conditioning. What would you want to do for now?
Oh gosh, for now. Well, immediately right now, going into well, I'm finishing my reverse diet, so still a bit strict on food and workouts, which is completely normal and fine. Um, Afterwards, go into a nice off season. I really want to um, eat a lot more, eat clean foods, do a very clean bulk. And I want to build on Sandy's feedback and really develop my chest and my back more. Um, I know Drew and I have discussed taking maybe the whole year of 2025 off just to grow and develop and to almost prep for 2026. Um, he's actually here if he'd like to comment. Drew,
Come,
would
come,
you like to make
come
any
on, son.
comments?
Come on, son. Come on down, son. Come on.
He's coming.
Right.
Come on over, Drew.
How's it
Hello,
going?
young Master Drew. Welcome. Welcome. So
Yeah,
tell me,
so what are our
what
plans for next year?
yeah, what do you want to do? You're like the Mickey to the Rocky. So you're gonna work her and make her eat lightning's crap out thunder.
Yeah, so what Roxy was saying, the focus right now is to get her body fat up to a healthy level. So with the reverse, essentially what we're trying to do is get her back up to another 5 pounds. So when she was competing, she was at like 134 roughly. So I want to get her up to like 144, 145 before we start going into that off season. But going into 2025, the biggest focus is going to be going off of our feedback. So when we're talking about the thickness of her back, we need to emphasize more of her upper back, so more like overhand based movements and working more at developing the traps. So for her, it's going to be more of her mid to low trap, and then working back into developing her spinal erectors. But I think, and as we progress with her program, she does have that, what you mentioned, Dorito shape look to her back, so that flare. So we're still going to emphasize working on a lot of single arm movements for her lats, but the big focus is going to be that, along with another feedback suggestion was more chest development as well. So that's going to be another big key component to her protocol going into next season.
So is Roxy one of your only competitive clients, or you have like a mix of you know amateurs and pros? How long you been doing it, young man?
So I've been training for about 10 years now professionally, but she's the first that I got a pro card with. But going into next season, I do have a few people that are going to be competing on the local level.
Yeah, you should probably. You ever competed yourself, or you just been always been a trainer?
So for now, I have been a trainer and a coach, but going into next season, I'll be doing my show July 12th, which is the Powerhouse Classic in Michigan.
Well, best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. You are doing a good job. You're doing good work. I know you're proud of your girl, because
Absolutely, absolutely.
you got to think about it. This is her first year. Most people, it takes years. I've known ladies who competed 20 years in NPC before they get their pro card. I know some ladies who took a step back for a minute, come back and finally turn pro. And her just win her regional, then win in nationals, and now she's an IFB pro. You should be proud of yourself. You put in a good time, you put in good work, you built a great athlete, and like I said, she can go far in her future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time. Thank you again. Congratulations. So yeah, you should be proud of yourself. Like I said, you know, he really understands. Like some of that stuff, I was, I can understand some of that jogging, not all of it, but I'm like I said, I am been doing this for a while. I get to learn stuff, especially when I get to talk to you ladies. I get to learn a lot of what's involved in doing bodybuilding. Like I said, again, my crime is muscle per smell. I find your ladies very intoxicating. But doing this content, I get to learn more. Like, especially like with figure, how it has evolved over the years. Like if you saw the eight time figure champion, Cindy Gillen retired.
My gosh.
And yeah, she, she worked with Andrea. Oh my gosh, man, and what's your thoughts of it now that she's stepped away? What do you see as the division has evolved?
Ooh, it's interesting because I have opposing coach. Her name is Autumn Cleveland, and
Yeah,
she is an IFBB pro, and she has a whole like online posing coach and posing like modules and stuff. And she has it for all categories for women. So bikini, wellness, figure, physique, and she also has the new fit body or fit model all uploaded. But I even talked with her. Oh, excuse me. And oh gosh, I'm so sorry. What was the question again? I went off on a tangent.
So they keep the question was like, what's your thoughts
Oh,
on this?
yes. Yes, Sydney. So I was in a Q&A session with my posing coach, Autumn. She actually went over the Olympia results, and this was after Sydney's win and her eighth win. And we basically broke down everyone's posing and how, everyone has the same poses, but everyone does them a bit differently, because it's not about how accurately you can do the pose, but it's how well you can present yourself, how well you can present your own physique and your own muscular your structure to the judges. And so we would look at Sydney and some of the other competitors and see like, oh, like she's doing this with her legs while the other girl's doing this. And it's all about like a feeling that you have, like how do I want to position myself to make sure that I'm presenting the best look, the best package to the judges. And again, it comes back to that individuality. It's that it's everyone has a different way of doing things to present the bigger picture. And I feel like figure is really fit for me too, because it's just that overall, how big and conditioned you can get with keeping that femininity and that softness and the beauty. And it's just the perfect category, and I love it. And I really like that I can present myself in the best way, that I can position myself to make myself look the best. And it's oh gosh, it's so hard. Posing practice every day. Posing, 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 posing. It's the most important part.
Yeah, everything is important, especially when you are a competitor, From everything from rest, everything from recovery, everything from posing, the workouts, the diet, you have to be everything is needed to make you the overall better athlete. And as you mentioned, Autumn Cleveland, she has been a two-time Olympic competitor. I follow on social media. I really like her stuff, especially stuff her husband posts. It's just crazy stuff. It's just, he loves his wife, and it's good that you have the support. Like especially in a second sport, like your family, how do they feel about you, competing and their thoughts on it?
Oh gosh, I know it was a bit of a rough patch when I started. I have, a very, I'd say, traditional family, and my parents have been very supportive of me in sports throughout my entire life and my entire career in high school sports and stuff. But I know they were a bit iffy about me bodybuilding because, it's not something girls do, you shouldn't be so muscular and oh, why are you eating at this time? Why can't you eat with us? So there were a lot of hurdles to jump over, and there was a lot of learning and teaching on both sides, because in the end, I'm passionate about this and I love it. And I want my family and I want my support team to love it too, and I want them to feel good about me doing this. And it took a while with my parents to figure out that I'm not getting bulky. I'm not like doing something crazy. I'm not harming my body. And I've actually gotten stronger. I have improved my I had a lower back condition that, prevented me from doing a lot of things, like sitting for long periods of time, standing for long periods of time. Any like deadlift motion, lifting things off the floor would aggravate it. And my parents were always concerned, like, oh, you're gonna break your back, you're gonna break your back lifting all that heavy weight. Oh my gosh, Roxanne. And I've actually grown my muscles and strengthened my lower back erectors to a point where that pain is almost gone. I have almost no lower back pain because of my muscle development. And the fact that I still look very feminine, and I'm not this huge bulky thing. I'm just, you know, building on the muscular structure that I have, the genetics that I have from my parents, which I thank them almost every day for. But it took a while for them to realize that, you know, that I am healthy, I'm eating better, I'm feeling better. And, you know, this is something that they can get excited about too. And that was something they experienced at my first show in October. And my mom went wild. She loved every minute of it. She was so proud. Same with my dad, so proud. And they show their friends at work pictures of me. And they're like, that's my daughter. Look at her. Look how great she looks. And, you know, it makes me feel so good that they're very supportive of it. And, you know, my friends and family. Um, are just supportive of me doing this and are very proud of me, and they're very excited to see where I'll go. And having everyone be so positive about it, you know, makes me feel again like I'm doing the right thing, and I can go far with this, and that I can just take it and run with it. And it just makes me very excited for what comes next.
Well, you should be proud of yourself because you know what? This is most people don't understand bodybuilding. The mindset of the everyday person, it's like all you gotta do, you're just popping steroids, you're getting big and bulky, but you're a natural competitor. You'll take performance enhancers. But again, I've often been told this. That's only a small factor. It's not really the be all part of it. It's the
Hmm.
consistency. Follow your diet. Stick it to the regimen. You know, making
Yes.
sacrifices. Like I said again, you know, like the holidays came up, you know, you couldn't eat with your family like you used to, you know, like, you know, you had to bring your own food because, you know, mom get a turkey and a chicken out and yeah, say, hey, sweetheart, you want to eat
I
that?
did get to eat Christmas food though. I did. Thanksgiving, however, I could not. That was sad.
Yeah, well, like I said, you know, it's that's the one thing sacrifice of this. The choices to make because when you get to in the sport, you have to understand there's some things you have to do, especially if
Yes.
you're a competitor. You want to, you know, step on the stage like a big event like the Olympia. You just can't just say, you know, I can't be half stepping. It's
Hmm.
all in or no. We got here
Yes.
from a man, Money J 2024 shot to him. He says, two different interviews all in one day. You're quite busy, George. Yeah, but I'm busy. I got another one coming tomorrow. Also, he says, love the pigtails, long pigtails braids is reminds me of Abigail, aka Abby from The Last of Us. Yeah, I never watched that show, never heard of it. And also, he
Thank you.
said, yeah, he says, the Red Fox, love the nickname. So where you get it from? Where you get the nickname from?
So what's really funny is my dad gave me the nickname originally. When I was a kid, he'd always used to call me Foxy Roxy. And I had this stuffed fox. It was my favorite stuffed animal. And so it was always Foxy Roxy, Foxy Roxy. And at my show, my cousin made this huge poster called with Foxy Roxy on it. And um one of my one of my friends actually messaged me and was like, hey, you know what, like I watched your show, like you look great, and you're just like a red fox up there with that suit. And it just kind of stuck, the red fox.
That's really cute. I mean, everybody has a nickname. My nickname as a kid was they call my middle name is George Page. My mom used to call me because that was her maiden name. I was called Page or Page Boy. That's nothing really fancy. Here this is for a man. My man Warrior 2000 says, "Oh snap, Red Foxes, a foxy badass nickname. Love it." Also, he says, I love cool nicknames. You and I are already friends. Roxy, kudos. Yeah, appreciate that. So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. So, like I said, one thing you talk about dinner, your food. I actually ask you, ladies, what, especially you just got your pro card. You've been dieting. You've been, you just been on this, you've just been denying yourself your desires. Tell me, Roxanne, share with me. Where's that thing that you wanted the most, and you finally get to taste it? What was that? Share your sins with me.
Well, it was two things. One, pizza. I wanted pizza so bad, and I wanted some dessert. We went and got pizza after the show. It was awesome. And I tried a calzone for the first time, which was better than the pizza. So I'm very happy that we also got a calzone. And I got a Reese's peanut butter cup cheesecake and tiramisu. It was so good.
Yeah, people gotta understand that when you're on prep, so many sacrifices can be, especially the food. Some foods are not conducive for a competitor. You can't eat everything that everybody else eats. Like you can't go like when you go out with your family and friends, you can't eat what they're eating there. You have to bring your own food,
Hmm.
And we get the opportunity after all that time and work and everything else, you get to have a little simple little taste of something. But then you have to go back into work. You have to go back into your plan. Like I said, I saw that you do your career is a mechanical engineer.
Correct.
When did you get into that, and how long you been? Do you work in companies or anything like that?
Oh gosh, I have been working in the industry for about 8 years now. I worked with a company called Broza. In 2016, I got an apprenticeship with them, which turned into a full-time position after the apprenticeship ended. And I went to school for mechanical engineering to get my bachelor's while I was working full time with Broza. So I am a graduated mechanical engineer of 1 year, and I just recently switched positions to work with a defense company for design. So I was in the automotive design industry for 7 years, and or 7.5 approximately, and just recently switched to defense design for the last 2 months. So everything's quite fresh there. I actually switched during prep, which was a little crazy to do, but I got a brand new job during prep, and it's something that I really like doing. I love the just finding solutions to problems. I love the challenge of being an engineer, and especially design. Design is something I'm very passionate about.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You have passion for your bodybuilding, you have passion for design, defense stuff. That's working with the government. That's much appreciated because you're providing service, especially for the military and other venues out there. You know, I mean, and especially for a woman, not a lot of women get into that as a career. Not as many because it's very a lot of math and science. But when you find something you really like, you should follow, especially just like in bodybuilding. You have
Hmm.
to really love this sport. Like I said, I know you go to work, your coworker says, "Hey, uh, get Roxy over here. She can lift it. She's strong," and sometimes it's just it's good that do your coworkers ever ask you questions about, especially if they want to consider getting to like, as bodybuilding is a extreme sport, but it's also some very good fitness aspects to it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would have coworkers approach me about fitness and about nutrition topics all the time. In my last job and my current job, they just noticed, over the years, this girl became this beautiful bodybuilder. Like, okay, yeah, we got to talk to her. How did she get from A to B? How did she get to here? And I talk a lot about diet. I talk a lot about diet with my coworkers because it's a lot of them have kids, a lot of them have families, and they're always, wondering what they can eat, or like if they, go out to eat for lunch. And I just tell them, it's being consistent. It's being consistent with your diet, it's being consistent with your exercise. And like that's where I started eating cleaner. Sure, yeah, every once in a while I'd have like something my mom cooked, or I'd go out with friends. But the days that I stayed consistent, and as the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, like that's when I started to see my progress. That's when I saw the fruits of my labor. It's a very delayed gratification sport. And when you are dedicated to it, you know that you're doing it for yourself. And uh, like making that consistency, doing it for yourself, because not only like do you have to, but hey, this is a goal I set for myself. I want to achieve that goal. Like this is a goal that only I can achieve. So I want to do it, and I want to make that step. I want to make that change. And, it really does start with making that change, wanting to make a change. And but I love sharing, even some of like my recipes, what I eat for my meal preps with people. And I want them to know that it's easily accessible. It's not as hard as you think. Like, just start small. You don't have to think about the huge big picture where you want to be. Start where you are now. Start where you're now and make those small changes, and keeping consistent with those small changes, you'll see the results, and that will light the fire even more for those bigger goals and those bigger ambitions for overall health and fitness.
Yeah, because there's a lot of work to be done. Like I said again, the be consistent, follow your diet, working on things, and so much. And then if you influence people because some people, especially for women, there's always the prejudging of women with muscle. Always talking about, well, she's trying to be manly, rah, rah, rah. Be guys that look like me who's saying that. But here's the thing: is like I was told it's not that easy unless you follow the diet, unless you're consistent. And also, not so much trust in the process is when you understand the process, then you can trust it. You just don't get it something like wholeheartedly because, like I said, there's been coaches that gave plans to some people and they don't work because, especially for women, men and women, we're the same races but we're different species. You might always say. But it's good that someone like Drew, he understands you, he knows how to work with you, how to build you. I mean, this a lot is that support from your family and friends is necessary. Because I don't know if I was your dad, we want to see my daughter walking around in a bathing suit and
I
clean
know.
heels. I know. You show a picture and say, what's your dad's name?
Derek.
Derek said, "Hey, this is my daughter." Say, "Hey, Derek, that's your girl. Is that little Roxy?" Yeah. I'll take this picture of me, Derek. I'll be right back with you later. But it's good that they understand. Most people I've talked to sometimes tell me that family and friends don't understand. They don't know what it is because most people, you think about bodybuilding, you think about a guy like Arnold Schwarzenegger that pops up. I used to go out to watch the movies and like I was drunk and talking, but not a big fan of his politics when it comes down to when his bodybuilding. He kicked out of his shows. The Arnold Schwarzenegger class is coming up in a few months. Don't even have figure anymore. I just me as following this content, I really think y'all ladies deserve a little more, especially when it comes to financial, because it's a bigger cost compared to you and the men. The men, all you gotta do is wear a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts and tan. You ladies have to have your hair, your makeup, especially for y'all ladies in the high heel divisions. You have to have those high heels. Your posing suits. That's right there.
Oh
That could
my
be your rent,
gosh.
a mortgage. I mean, just so much involved with it, especially if you're doing this all on your own. Like especially you have anybody are you talking with sponsors, anybody in the future, or you feel like you want to have sponsors?
I feel like it would be fun. I did reach out to a lot of, or meet a lot of people at the show, and I got to meet a lot of different uh, people from different brands. For instance, Free Spirit that I'm wearing, IFBB Pro League apparel. It would be really cool to have a sponsor in the future. I think that's something that I, would like to reach out and see if I could make deals with those brands, but as of right now, nothing at the moment.
Yeah, I understand that. Here we got a comment from a man, G.O. James. He says, salute, thank you, brother, for coming through. Salute to you. Also, and this is from my man, Warrior 2000 says, you a cool lady, Roxy. Hope to have a second interview with George again next year, maybe, so he can have you back. Okay, yeah, I
That would be
appreciate it, brother.
wonderful. I would love to be back.
Yeah. Also, he says this. He told me this. Says Abby from the video game Last of Us, now a TV series. You never heard of that, George? Nah, I don't watch TV like that. I'm an old dude. I watch old TV shows and cartoons. And also, this is a comment from my man. This is my man. Shout out to my man Omar coming through. This Congress of Life. He says Also see new figure pros. Yeah, and also this is one more from my man. Warrior says we're going to pray for you, George, whenever you get Andrea Shaw on your channel as a guest to keep your composure. I will put holy water on the screen and say, God bless, give George the strength to talk. Well, his thing is, like I said, doing this content, ladies, I become friendly with. Some of these I really call friends. I mean, I really appreciate that. My friend Eunice, Eunice runs her own company called Bad Rap. She's also IFB Pro herself. She was at the Olympia in 2023. Now she saw Andrea say she got this issue for me, and also what made it so special.
Did she sign it? Oh my gosh.
She says, George, you are the best. You support means the world to me. See you soon and sending you love, Andrea Shaw. Ah,
She was
ah.
a guest poser at one of the shows that I attended. In the audience, I was just watching, but she was a guest poser, and I'm like, oh my God, this woman is just beautiful, gorgeous. Like, I could not believe it. She was like right in front of me 2 times, I think. Just
I,
absolutely insane.
I remember, went to my first Spider-Man show. That was back in 2022. It was Savannah Pro. It was the last year to have it because it was in Savannah, Georgia. She was their guest poser, her and Mona Persley. I got to see her seen her on the stage, and it was maybe about a month before she did the Rising Phoenix that year. It was just I was just oh at her, and I got to meet some other ladies there. I wish I would have loved to talk to her. I follow her. I'm just she just has that great. There's so many ladies in the sport. I'm really a fan of. I'm really a fan because she brings beauty and style and grace. Just something that women's bodybuilding need. Like, who do you follow that you would love to meet that you're fan of?
Oh my gosh, it's almost a little embarrassing because like I'm so new to the sport, and like I know ladies like Andrea Shaw and Sydney, um, and like Chris Bumstead I follow. I know he's in the guy portion of the bodybuilding, but like there are a lot of inspiring men out there, Like I'm inspired by training and how people train, and I love when pros and Olympia athletes post how they train, and it's yeah, the posing, the pictures are nice, but like I want to know how they got there, how are they training to look like this, and that's inspiring to me. But I really want to uh just do a deep dive. I really want to go to the Arnold too. I really want to meet all the people that are going to be there. I want to get a chance to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger. How cool would that be? It would be my first time attending, so I would love to attend the show. But it's I'm again, I'm just starting. Like this is all still so new to me, and I love the people that I meet everywhere, from the show, from social media, and it's just going to keep growing, and I see my fan base growing, and I see me supporting other people growing as well, and I have followed probably at least 200 people from the show, and then people from all across like the country already since like 2 weeks ago. It's just I want more content to inspire me, and I want also to inspire others.
Yeah. You're still new. You're still, like my man Jerome would say, you're still right behind your ears and breath smells similar. You're still brand new. So and that's my
Exactly.
man. Yeah, my man Jerome, the international player from the Himalayas. Yeah, because it is great when, especially if you're a fan and you get to meet some of these people and to interact with them, especially on social media and doing
I
interviews.
at my show in October, I met Jay Cutler, and he signed my lifting belt. So I have my belt signed by him. I have the overall belt that I won from the show also signed by him, and just like meeting a celebrity. He was right there in front of me. I shook his hand, took pictures with him, everything. Like it's just crazy. But the coolest thing is they're just normal people. they're just normal people. They just want to enjoy the show too. They just want to be there to be like, "Hey, I inspired you. That's so cool. Like, let's get a picture." And they're just like so down to earth. They just want to chat and talk and share their experience too. And that's what I really love is that, no matter who you meet in this industry, they're always so excited to meet you. They're always so excited to share their experience, and it just inspires you more to be a better bodybuilder, to be a better lifter, to be a better influence to others.
Yeah, that's right, because you have to really be just really enjoy what you get out of the sport. Even though the sacrifice you have to make, the time you have to put into it, but then to meet people like Andrea, people like Jay Cutler, to meet people like Chris Bumstead. I remember when I was a kid, we went to Disney World and we were on the way out through Epcot, and I saw Alex Trebek. And I mean, yeah, he was walking the other way. He had his daughter on his shoulders. I think she was like maybe 2 years old at the time. And I wish I ran out of film on my camera.
No.
Because I was this country boy being here. That was my first time in Disney World, something big. I was just taking pictures. If it was the day when we had digital cameras, I would love to take, but, it was great to see someone like here. And, yeah, I just, a lot of these people, they are just regular people. Most people wouldn't know who Andrea Shaw. Chris Bumstead he's probably very popular on social media, which he just made his
Mhm.
retirement also at the Olympia, and he did his first bodybuilding show a couple months ago. But yeah, just being in sport, even though it's a small community in a way, it's growing, it's expanding. I've
Mhm.
done interviews with ladies from South Africa to the Czech Republic to England, and a lot of ladies here in the States, and I live in North Carolina. I remember when I got saw my first female bodybuilder, and she's both of them are good friends of mine. We done interviews and talking on social media, and it was just a experience for me. And being doing this content, I get to learn. I get to, you know, sometimes it just get odd, especially you ladies who do this, because like I said again, there's so much to it, and it's so hard, and it's always a taboo to women. Everybody think like this.
Yeah.
If I lift the everyday person would say, if I lift 5 pounds, I'm gonna be like Ronnie Coleman or be like Jay Cutler. No, if you don't fall to die, because it's just not that easy. Here we got
Yeah.
here a comment from a man. Shout out to my man, Congress of Life. He says, "Can't wait to see Roxanne on that Olympia stage." Appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Also, shout out to my man, Warrior 2000. Says, "Miss Pretty Muscle Babe, Andrea Shaw." Yes, that's her name. He says. Also, he says this. Uh, he says, Andrea Shaw is like a living artwork, like something from the Smithsonian Museum, make you just in awe. Yes, she is. And also he says this, he says, C-Bum is a rock star with the biggest following on social media
Yeah.
ever living large. I mean, yeah, you really gotta, really respect these competitors and their work.
Mhm.
So,
But no,
yeah,
definitely, like, but what you're doing here is, the exposure part of it. And going back to what you said, like, a lot of women do get nervous around weights and lifting weights because they're, like you said, they don't want to turn out like Ronnie Coleman. But, giving this exposure and showing that, like, there's different levels of bodybuilding, there's different levels of training that you can take yourself to. Sure, you can train at like a high physique or women's open bodybuilding level, but not every level of training is going to take you there. It's your dedication, it's your goals, it's what you want to what results you want to see. And if you have a good coach, if you have somebody that you trust, like, they're going to make your program in a way where you're going to get the results that you want. They're not going to make you turn into a bodybuilder if you just want to lose 5 pounds and look good in a bikini. It's all about trust. It's all about omitting those taboos, those old ways of thinking, because personally, where I started versus now, I am a completely different person in my confidence. I am completely different in how I act in public towards others, how I interact with my coworkers or even people at the gym. Like, I built so much confidence. I built so much almost like a power within me. And that is something that I've been wanting to share, and what I've been trying to share on, my social media and through all my experiences, is how much better I feel, how my lifestyle has changed since I started training. Not only just being a bodybuilder, not stepping on stage, like even before all of that, it was the wow, I feel good. Wow, I feel so confident. I feel like I can just conquer the world. Every day I wake up and I just feel like, yeah, you know what? We're going to crush some goals today. We're going to take my training one step further. I'm going to push myself and do an extra rep. And then, you see the improvements in just your day-to-day activities, and it feels so good to fit in your clothes, to feel good about what you're eating, to make routines and stick to them. And, sticking to those makes you feel good about yourself, because you're not letting all those other things get in the way. You're doing this for yourself. And like, there's different levels of bodybuilding. There's different levels of bodybuilding, but they all build that confidence and they all build that strength. And that's something that I feel like every woman should feel.
Yeah, that's truthfully from conversation I have with ladies offline, online. So that we talk about stuff. Really, this is a passion sport. You have to have a true passion for it. You have to understand the time you're like, you can't go out with your friends every other night. You can't. Some ladies say friends have changed because they can't go hang out at the bar or the club with their friends. You go home and you visit family members like Christmas and Thanksgiving and holidays. You can't eat everybody, what everybody eating. You have to bring your own food, and then the time you got to put in the gym, the consistency,
Mhm.
not enough motivation, but discipline. Motivation is good every now and then, but you have to be the discipline. You have to have your mindset. You have to understand when you give it the morning. I got to go work out. I got to do cardio. I got to do leg day, which everybody hates leg. Almost every. I had a handful of ladies say they love leg day. I call them mutants. You're mutants if you love leg day. I understand. Sometimes I have some like everybody say, "Oh, how much you bench?" Somebody said, "I don't like doing bench because I don't like doing bench." But you have to find the things that help you in this process.
Mhm.
And so again, Drew, he understands what he needs to do, and hope for the best of luck for his career and his in bodybuilding, out of bodybuilding, whatever he wants to do, and also for you. Here we get here a comment from my man Warrior 2000. He says Arnold went down to Deuce Town for us bodybuilding fans when he took out women's bodybuilding and women's physique divisions out of the All-Star Classic Festival show. Yeah, not a big fan of that. Also, Warrior says Jay Cutler is the man. Ronnie Coleman is the GOAT. Also, he says Mr. Coleman, the king. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, lightweight. Like he said, like he said like this. Ronnie said like this. If I want to be a bodybuilder, I want to lift this heavy ass weight. And also, we have here is this is for a man, Money J. He asked you, Roxanne, where is you Roxanne originally from? Well, you say you're from Michigan, and your name is very interesting. What's the origin of your family's name?
Oh gosh. So I guess my nationality is Polish. My dad came from Poland and moved here when he was a teenager, and that's where he met my mom. And I have lived in Michigan ever since, in the city of Rochester. It's just been my hometown.
Yeah, that's good. Your dad comes from Eastern Europe, where I remember I quite frequently told me that really bodybuilding has really grown there, away from Czech Republic because of guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger's, the Sylvester Stallone's. It really
Mhm.
influenced a lot of people getting bodybuilding. There's like a good growing numbers of bodybuilders coming from the
From
East. I
Europe,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's amazing ladies. Some ladies, like I said, been in contact with them. And he was with some ladies are still in contact. There's one lady, she's Russian, 56 years old. You wouldn't think she was 56. You look at her. You're thinking she was maybe in her 40s, but her body is just unbelievable. You just be astonished. So,
Yeah, when you
So,
take care of yourself and you fuel yourself the right way, Age is just a number.
Yeah. Well, I made some mistakes myself because I didn't take care of myself like I should. I just turned 50 last month, and I got two bad knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I got a pacemaker. I can blame my parents for that because they had bad genetics. My mom diabetic, father had bad heart. He passed on to the rest of us. But you know what? When I said I took care of my mom for a long time, and then I decided to take care of myself, I really learned some things from you ladies about dieting. Some things I don't eat much like I used to. I'm not saying I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder, but I was out earlier. I got myself a pizza and ate a zebra cake. But I try to make good decisions. But you know what? I don't try to be perfect, but from you ladies, you have to really be on your game, work on the things, and make those improvements, especially your diet. I know sometimes you
Hmm.
get tired of eating that same thing every day, but then you understand if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be sitting here right now and now IFBB Pro.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. We got here comment from my man, Ward Johnson. Roxy, you look like you're got some Valkyrie bloodline somewhere down on your family because you look like uh Boonhilda.
Oh
well,
my gosh.
yeah, yeah. And also, this is from my man KL Wonder says, no excuses for 2025 George. I'm gonna make my excuses I want, man.
No
I'm
excuses.
gonna make I'll make excuses. I ain't like I said, I ain't
Uh,
but yeah, but like I said, folks, we do appreciate her time. And we don't want to hold up too much because, like I said, she's a busy lady. She took time to sit and talk with us,
I was gonna
share her
say I could
thoughts.
sit and talk for hours.
Well, I'm not as young like you, young ladies. Sometimes, when you get to that age and hit past 9 o'clock, you're like, yeah, you can ask your dad, But yeah, I enjoy it when I get to talk to you ladies, and I enjoy getting a perspective of what it is to be a bodybuilder and the passion of it. I really learned something. Like my channel is a small channel, and
Mhm.
I've been doing this for a while now, but I really like, like people like Female Body Channel. I really they one of those channels really inspired me because I've been in contact with. I even did a live stream with him once. DD on the spot. My man Kia, he also does content as my man David for Female Body Inform. We are fans, and we want to give y'all ladies the chance to share your story. I would love someday to have Andrea Shaw on here. I would love to, but I know she's a busy lady. I don't know. She might think I might be a little bit stalkerish. I'm not stalkerish. I'm just a dog chasing cars. If I get one, I know what to do with it. So I just, yeah. But I love getting these aspects of what it takes to be a bodybuilder in the sport.
Yeah, and I appreciate you having me on here. I loved being able to share my experience with you and everyone watching. It was such a pleasure.
Well, the pleasure is mine, ma'am. I mean, like I said again, I enjoy. Like I said, just you deserve this recognition because, like I said again, there's not a lot of as much as it was benefits for you ladies, financially wise, but I think recognition is deserving. I mean, now with the new fit model division, I'm not too much on that, but I understand it's about trying to get more opportunities, especially for women in bodybuilding. I
Yeah,
have
more
some,
exposure, more opportunities.
yeah. Yeah. Here we got here from a man Warrior. He says, "Bikini and wellness is not a fan. Every time these girls come on stage, it's nappy time because it's boring. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah. Like I said, the wellness girls they really have some nice physiques. Bikini, like I said, they're really evolving. Like any athlete,
Mhm.
it's evolution. You can't.
They are evolving, yes.
Yeah, if you look at how bodybuilding started, the ladies used to wear high heels. They kind of like start like figure. Then you go from Rachel McLesh to Corey Everson to Iris Kyle to Kim Zavetsky to to Andrea to all these ladies there now. It's just and the thing is that they need to understand that when you create this new division, it's going to evolve. When bikini came in, and I call this like this, it was more like an invasive species. It was brought
Mhm.
in for some reason, but now because of the influence and also the swing culture of bodybuilding, it has changed. You have to do this instead of performing surgery with a chainsaw. Be precise. You know, that's what it is. Like it's a movie called Scarface where it goes to these drug dealers and they kill one of Scarface's friends and said they're gonna perform surgery with a chainsaw. It says, "Oh, dude!" And you're about to cut them up. But you know what? If you know who you are and where you at and stick to the plan you got to, you can go far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is from man K. Ailey says, you don't need Andrea. You're doing fine. Remember that. I didn't say I don't need her. I want her.
I
That's
want
the
her.
because
Yeah.
that's because she completes me. She completes me. Oh, before I go, Roxanne, I want to tell you something. You are beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm seeing
Thank
specialists
you.
about that. Yeah, I need it. Anyway. But you know, like I said, I really get a lot of respect for you ladies, what you do, and the commitment to this passion. Like one thing, I think sponsorship would help, like help you on your way. But guys out there, you think about being a sponsor, don't be that weird guy that say, "Hey, Roxy, you call yourself the Red Fox." No, 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 no. This is what you do. You approach it like this, Miss Bazinski. I saw your last competition. It's amazing. You just been competing for a year, and now you're a pro. That is and also you do a very interesting job. As a mechanical engineer, we are interested in someone like you. We would like to offer you a sponsorship if you like, a brand ambassadorship. If it's something that works with you, you work with our product, we'll help you along the way. We just want you to see and you grow as an athlete. So,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am, if you are, applicable with the idea of working with our company, we're applicable with you.
I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Let's start the contract, baby. So, yeah. But like I said, this is what I would say. What would you want out of bodybuilding for yourself as a whole?
Gosh, what do I want out of it? I want to see how far I can go. I want to see how far I can take myself, muscle maturity over time. I would love to see myself on the natural Olympia stage one day, with that title in my hand. That would be, a very big goal for me to reach, and I think that's that's definitely the route that I would see myself going, and I really want to work for. That's the big goal.
Yes, everybody's goal. I mean, natural Olympia. I would say natural bodybuilding is starting to get growth, but still, the
It is
main Olympia
relatively
is
small.
yeah, it's still relatively small. It's getting a little speed up. There's a show in a while back. A lady who I know she competed show that's in Virginia. That's the Being Weird Natural show. They just
Hmm.
added natural. Yeah, it's in Virginia. Just added a natural pro qualifier at the upcoming Pittsburgh festival.
Mm,
There's quite a few natural competitors, but it's hard because of the extreme of the sport and and also the community of it. It's hard for
hmm.
you because I know one lady told me say it takes her a lot longer to put on the size
Hmm.
to compete with some of these ladies. Even she told me like she says she needs 5 more pounds, and it's tough. But
It is,
if you
yeah.
yeah, but if you're determined enough to get there and you want that, then nothing to stop you. Even if you can get to the main big Olympia and make it,
Hmm.
even if you
Oh
can get it,
gosh.
yeah, like because the big question is who's gonna be new champ? Who's
Yeah.
gonna be
Who
champ?
is
Yeah,
that? That's the same question I've been asking. Who's gonna
yeah.
be?
Well,
Sydney's retired now.
I think everybody looking at Jessica Reyes Padilla and Lil Montez, but it might be somebody from the lower ranks that might come in because they have more to look.
Hmm.
If you look at Jessica and Lola, their condition is just crazy out of worldly. Even one point,
Yeah.
I remember Jessica even competed in physique for half a minute. But it's up to what the judges want and what they really the
Exactly.
criteria. Yeah,
Hmm.
and Sydney fitted all of that, and you're just amazing.
Yeah. It would be incredible to step out on that stage, but I got a lot of hard work to do. That's not going to be easy to get up there, and I'm I think I'm determined and I have the dedication to do it. And I'm just going to keep working. I'm going to keep working at it.
Yeah. This is from my man KL. He says, misspell your name. It's Biznetsky. I would love to offer you a sponsorship. Well, brother, you like I said again, if you're interested in maybe sponsoring her or supporting these ladies, the link is in the live stream description. You
Yes, please
know,
reach out to me.
yeah, reach out. If you have serious plans, serious guys, nothing weird, nothing stupid. No, guys, this. I say like this, guys. You get more with a silk glove than an iron fist. And I know what you're doing with that iron fist. You don't know. Be respectful. Have a plan. Sit and be genuine about what you want to do. These ladies, they go through enough, not just between the people who are as you know, we are called guys like myself. We call schmoes, smo gang, 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 gang. But as a content maker, we really, really respect what you do and how you do it. We got here. This is from my man. It's from Sophie Fit. I think Sophie Fitz. That's who it says. Roxy and Drew, you are the best duo. This is another friend of yours too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Sophie Fit.
yeah, she
I'm
must
not
be.
sure from that name. From that name, I don't know.
No,
Oh,
I
it's
think it might be.
Ina.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
and the fact you
you.
are natural inspires the rest of us. Thank you. And she says, it's Servina. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I you know I tell you, it's good that you have people come here like Servina and Maddie and Robert, and you had Drew come through here, and like I said again, uh, this is good to have support, be it your friends and families. This first, the sport is so much. The physical part about it, the mental part about it, the financial part about it, the emotional part about it, and you invest yourself into. And it's good that you have these people that stand by you, because most people can't do this sport without that support. It may be might call it like it's a individual sport, but it does take a team to help you
It
build
does.
and grow. Yeah. Um, I got this one from a man Warrior 2000 says, no D pics when you reach out to these ladies. You know how George likes to lay out regulations like he's a rent a cop, but I tend to enforce it for him. Yeah, but thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And this from a man Warrior, I mean, my man Keo says, what's the Red Fox plan for the New Year's Day? So what you gonna do for New Year's? Just sit and chill or whatever. What's
What are you gonna do
what's
for New
partying it
Year's?
up?
I think the plan is Drew and I will be making some sushi, possibly eating some crab legs, and enjoying the night with sushi and crab legs pretty much.
Well, me personally, I have no need. I mean, I've been poor, but not that poor to eat cold raw fish. I just not that meat. So, so nah. But I would say congratulations again. Best of luck to you and Drew. I hope you enjoy this upcoming New Year's. I hope everything. Hope we get to see you whichever show. And if you ever want to come back on, like I said again, I always tell everybody,
Absolutely.
you're a welcome guest. I mean, just let me know when maybe whenever you want to make the announcement of your pro debut or just come out shoot the shit. You are welcome.
That would be phenomenal. Well, I appreciate you having the time for me, and I really appreciate you, doing this and again spreading the word about, females in bodybuilding and just sharing our experiences with everyone and your followers.
Well, I'm glad. I appreciate that. And you have anybody you want to shout out before we let you go?
Oh gosh. Well, big shout out to Drew because he's my coach and my best friend and my boyfriend and I love him. He has, helped me so much along the way here and I wouldn't be here without him. I'd also love shout out to all of my friends that have followed me along my journey. If I named every single one of them, I would be here for another hour. Um, but everyone that has followed me on my social media and has followed me in person and has taken the time to, understand my journey, understand how important this is to me. And shout out to my family too. I know they learned a lot. They changed a lot of themselves to accept me and my hobby and my way of life. And Yeah, I'd love every single one of you, everyone that's watching now. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm excited to show some big improvements on the new year and set some big goals.
All right. We have here is my man Panther 7 coming through. He says, "Hey, bro, George, the beautiful Roxanne and chat. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday and happy New Year.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
brother. Also, this is from Sophie Fitz says, excited to see where you go in 2025. Good luck, Roxy. You are a badass.
Thank
Also, this is from Man Warrior
you.
2000. He says." Good luck to you, Roxy. Also, this is also another from Warrior. He says, "Don't mind my demure. I'm a jokester, Roxy, but it's fun having you, here." And also, this is from your girl Maddie. She says, "Love you, Roxy. Ah, Rox. Ah, love." Forget that shit. I don't need love, but I'm glad. We do appreciate people came here. Robert, Maddie, Sylvia, Panther 7, my man Warrior 2000s, my man Money J 2024, my brother sorry, not X, KL the Wanderer. All you here who support this live stream, support women like Roxy and Roxanne, and just let them know this, like I said, this is sport that's a lot for anybody. And you know what? You have to respect anybody who gets into it. People may not understand it, but once you reach out to some of these ladies and ask questions, know something, don't be ignorant. I have people telling me, I have stories, ladies telling me how people make comments, but because they come from a place of not knowing, and they
Hmm.
come from a place where they hear from this this story, but don't really sit down and find out the information. That's why I do these interviews. That's why I reach out to people. That's why I like to talk to you ladies, and give you perspective. But like I said, young lady, I would say congratulations again.
Thank
Thank you, Drew, for coming through and sharing his story with us. We appreciate it. Best of luck to you. Hope you enjoy your sushi and your crab legs. And thank you. Oh, we got here one more. This is from Lindsay Weber. She said this might be your inspiration, Roxy. Yeah.
thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay. So you're gonna be the last person, and thank you again, folks, for coming through. We'd like to say congratulations. Good luck to Roxanne and her future, and just keep doing good work.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, George. It was a pleasure.
Well, one of my favorite quotes from my favorite movie, and KL knows it, Batman Begins, at the end of it, when Jim Gordon says to Batman, "I never get a chance to thank you," and Batman turns around and says, "You never have to," because that's why I do this, to give y'all the opportunity to share your stories. You never have to thank me. This is my thing. This is my purpose now. My mom's
Love it.
gone, so I got to do something to really, really affect the world. And those people who deserve that attention, like yourself.
Wonderful. So
All
wonderful.
All right. So anyway, thank you folks for coming through. Appreciate your time. We got a few more days left for the new year. I hope y'all are ready. Don't get too but like I said, congratulations to Roxy. Best of luck to her future. And hope to see you on the stage, be it the Olympia, be it whatever competition. We wish you all the best. Anyway, this is man Always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, subscribe. Good night, good evening, good luck, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And